Hello, I just wanted to share something. So I used to think the inclination, this infatuation I think I have on English, elegant writings of English. I thought it was just something that came from my lack of English fluency. I was always in doubt of myself that such infatuation may have come from my my lack of understanding and fluency of English. Because I think there's in a few books of old, say 1700s and 1800s, I noticed that the verses and the writings of them to be very elegant and beautiful. And I thought I was somewhat, I always had this in myself, a doubt of my perspective, right? But then it turns out in this book called Culture and Anarchy, written by Matthew Arnold back in 1800s, seems like there is such beautiful and sweetness in writing. Because it seems like there was a time when the contents produced by Oxford, I guess the institution he means, the contents produced by Oxford were vying against other beliefs and principles that were being created at the time with the whole industrial revolution and the rise of a new class, the non-conformist movement as well. And that movement is what I hear, what read from this book is that Church of England versus the ones that cannot conform to the beliefs and precepts of that church. Basically Protestant. Yeah. So there was an era where things of Oxford, uh, that were considered beautiful and sweet, it, and those two aesthetic virtues, I guess, were vying against a reform bill, free trade, unrestricted competition, making of large industrial fortunes, dissidence of dissonant, Protestantism or Protestant. All these, so basically Oxford's way of making perfection, perfect human, were up against all the other up and coming material machineries, or some of them are industrial machineries. So basically, like there seems to be a shift of perception on what makes perfect life, right? What Oxford is rooting for is the beautiful sweetness and all that, whereas all this up and coming new blood, new wealth is rooting for the money, basically wealth, accumulating as much wealth, and also of course the physical vigor as well. But that physical vigor itself was estimated as estimated as contributing factor to making a perfect life, whereas from the view of an Oxford, that physical industrial industry, that vigor of body has to accommodate it with spiritual, um, like spiritual happiness, spiritual well-being as well. Only then will you be able to come close to perfect life, perfect human being. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is that my notion on these writings of beautiful beauty and sweetness was not wrong. I was on point. That's all I want to share. Thank you for listening.